And what I don't want to see happen here is a really precipitous move without a dialogue with the community and without a plan in place to minimize the impacts on the neighborhood.
Vancouver City Council was going to vote on a proposed overdose prevention site in Yaletown, but talks have been pushed back until October 13 since over 100 Vancouverites wanted to say their piece.
That it came out of the blue, both for the community and for council. And I think the first that everyone heard of it was when it appeared on the council agenda.
The proposed site in question aims to move an existing overdose prevention site at St. Paul's Hospital to the ground floor of a city-owned building on Seymour and Helmkin Streets, very close to a playground at Emery Barnes Park. Councillor Sarah Kirby-Young says council has been hearing from many different concerned groups about this, including young families and a seniors residence near the Gathering Place Community Centre, which has recently moved its services outdoors because of COVID-19.
It's important to note that safe injection sites are part of a harm reduction, and they are part of a multi-pronged approach, and I think this council has supported that. But locating it immediately near a park and adjacent to a children's playground is, I think, what people are scratching their heads about.
You can't ignore the cries of the community. You must listen to the community. You must somehow engage them in the process.
John Bishop has volunteered at St. Paul's Hospital and other health nonprofits in the past. He says he's familiar with communities of drug users and the fear that they might bring to people in the neighborhood.
I don't think anybody's ever going to be comfortable with somebody injecting and ODing in front of them. That's just never going to happen. But the more that we engage this community and the more that we care for them in a very human way and don't deny them their humanity, then we'll succeed in this.
The site at St. Paul's Hospital was where harm reduction worker Thomas Donaghy was murdered in the summer.
I think where things went wrong here more than anything was there just wasn't the awareness of what could happen here. What brought some safety back into onto my street was when they brought in some Paladin security people and stationed them at the trailer in the parking lot. That immediately got rid of a lot of the issues with people shooting up right outside our front door, things like that.
Councillor Rebecca Bly says a recommendation like this needs to start with a conversation with the community, something she feels was missed before council met on October 6.
I think there's other sites we could contemplate this program that would be a better fit. Hornby Street, for example, is a more commercial street and has existing support services, social services, supportive housing. This is not about stigmatizing people. This is really about integrating in a positive way into a community.
The site move will be discussed at council on October 13, featuring the list of pre-registered speakers. It's a discussion that might take up the whole meeting. In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.